Now let's talk about this Carmen and Corey video. It was an hour long. Just in case you didn't want to watch the video, I'm going to sum up some things real quick. Now, according to Carmen and Corey, they're saying that they felt like King was being sneaky right off the bat. He was popping up at their house without Nique. He basically at first wasn't telling them what was happening with him and Nique, but him and Nique were having issues. They've been having issues for the past 3 months. And I'm guessing every time he has an issue with Nique, he's popping up at Corey and Carmen's house, which Corey ended up finding out that Nique and King were having issues in their relationship because Nique stepped out and quote unquote was messing with rapper Fredro Bang. Now, this is all alleged because even rapper Fredro Bang even came out and said that he was not messing with Nique. He said that's all cap. So I don't know where Corey is getting his name from, but let's continue. Now, fast forward to when Corey left town and went to Alabama. Now, according to Corey, he said he ordered some flowers that never ended up coming to the house. With everything coming out, they're blaming King and saying maybe King took the flowers. And supposedly there was some food that was ordered to the house, and they're saying that King actually ordered the food to Carmen. They're just blaming every little thing on King at this point. Now, fast forward to when King actually had a conversation with Carmen and Corey's manager, which her name is Ebony. Now, this used to be Nique and King's manager, but there was some financial issues that was going on where they didn't pay money, so they're no longer signed to Neb Management. But he felt comfortable to go to Ebony, who is one of the managers for Neb Management, to have a conversation about a girl that he's been messing with and sleeping with. Now, they had a 4-hour conversation, and at first he never said any names, but the manager actually mentioned names, and she was like, who are you talking about? Are you talking about this person, this person? And then she finally said Carmen's name, and he said, oh, how did you know? So this is where the issue started, is when King actually confirmed Carmen's name, even though now he's saying that it's not Carmen. But in the midst of that 4-hour long conversation that we could have did something better with our lives, we're gonna make up a whole story saying that we slept with someone that we didn't sleep with, and we're gonna mention someone that we actually didn't sleep with. Basically, that 4-hour long conversation of him talking about how he slept with another girl and saying all of these graphic details of what he did with this girl, he was talking about Carmen, which obviously the manager is still managing Carmen and Corey, so she went to Carmen quickly to tell her the issue that happened. Now, when she went to Carmen, Carmen obviously reached out to King, and they decided to all come together. Carmen, the manager, which is Ebony, and King actually met up together and had a conversation, which Carmen was baffled because she was wondering, like, why would you use my name and said that I slept with you when I didn't even sleep with you? And King was upset because he didn't want that information to get back to Carmen because quote unquote is not true. He was just using Carmen to see if the manager was going to be trustworthy to hold water. I don't know how you thought a person that you owed money to was going to hold water. That don't make sense to me. I felt like I would have called a therapist. I wouldn't even called no management, none of that. I would have called a therapist. Stop confiding in other people that's also having just as much problems as you. He's going to Corey. Corey can't tell you nothing. Corey in the same boat as you. His marriage is hanging on by a thread as well. Why is everybody trying to talk to everybody about their problems? Y'all got money, go to a therapist and talk to a therapist. Cause guess what? The therapist don't know y'all. Who he gonna tell? Period. Now, fast forward to when the manager, Ebony, went to Corey and told Corey everything about the meetup, about what King was saying about his wife and how they slept together, which, quote unquote, this is supposed to be false. Let's stop right there. After that meetup, it was Carmen's duty to go to her own husband and tell her own husband what happened. It was Carmen's duty to go to Nique and tell Nique, yo, check your man, because he around here talking this nonsense and messing up people's households. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now, Corey was obviously upset and in his feelings, and he constantly kept throwing it in Carmen's face. Even though Carmen was saying that it wasn't true, and quote unquote King was now saying it wasn't true, Corey still felt some type of way about it. He was still in his feelings, and he still felt like, yo, if he talked about it and said that he did it, why would he say that? Like, why would he feel comfortable saying something like that? And I'm gonna tell you why he felt comfortable saying something like that, because Carmen is so vulnerable. This goes back to the previous conversation I had in the previous video where people got upset with me when I said that Carmen and Corey, Bianca and Damien are all talking again, and they all following each other on social media. I wouldn't be following nobody on social media. If I go through an incident where you tell me that I was texting you or DMing you or sending you messages or pictures or whatever the case may be, I'm never following you again. You be lucky if I even follow any of your friends after that. Because if Corey don't respect Carmen, Corey's friends are not going to respect Carmen. He continuously throws her under the bus. He continuously use her when needed. And his friends do the same exact thing. You're too vulnerable. You're too vulnerable for people to feel comfortable to say any and everything about you, and there's no repercussions. If I'm with somebody, there's repercussions behind every action. You make a statement like that, best to believe everybody's going to see the repercussions of that. So even though they're saying that it did happen, Corey obviously is thinking like, no, this had to have happened, because why would he say this? But he's telling Carmen, oh yeah, I believe you. But till this day, I don't think Corey really believes her. Now, fast forward to when Nique actually came to Carmen's house to chill at her house. Now, Corey ended up coming home. They were arguing all day. He was mad about some things with Carmen, and he ended up getting so mad at Carmen to the point where he ended up telling Nique, oh, guess what? Did you know that Carmen and your man was sleeping together? And Nique was confused, like, wait, hold on. How did I get into this argument? How did my man get into this argument? And Corey, being mad at Carmen, ended up saying a whole bunch of things like, oh yeah, they were meeting up together and they met up with the manager and they had conversations about this whole situation and talking about this. And Nique felt betrayed because she like, yo, if you knew this and you was having conversations with Ebony, the manager, and King, why wouldn't you reach out to me? Which is understandable. I understand where her anger come from. Now, those blows that she gave to Carmen, I think she should have saved those blows for King. That's who should have got them. Because for you to start all of this drama and for it to quote unquote not be true, that's crazy as hell. Everybody is running around with their head chopped off. And where's King in the midst of all this? Because he's the one that started this. Who's the real girl you was talking about if it wasn't Carmen? I done heard Nique's side. I done heard Carmen's side. I done heard Corey's side. Where is King, who started this from the beginning? Y'all leave y'all comments down below, because this situation is just messy. I'm glad that everybody came out with a video and explained their quote unquote side. But I'm just going to tell it like it is. This is the most confusing, clout chasing, made up, fake story I have ever heard in my life, and I don't understand how we even got here. Y'all leave y'all comments down below. Y'all tell me what y'all thinking. That's my conclusion on the whole situation, and until next time, peace.